What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another week of Littleroot lettering. This week we're playing Alex's second place invitational team, this time featuring Koba Venu next to Drought Torkoal, of course, so we have our Sun Core. This seems honestly really similar to what we were doing last week with like the Sun team. We have Landers here, and we have Grimmsnarl as well, but just because we're playing the same mons doesn't mean we're doing the same thing. Obviously, this Landers is very unique, seeing how we have 3 special attacks and Stone Edge being Assault Vest, meaning we don't care about Intimidate there. Urshifu, of course, doesn't care about Intimidate because we have Wicked Blow. We have Venusaur and Torkoal, neither of which care. Dialga, which also doesn't care. And then so we have Grimmsnarl, just like, oh no, you're going to weaken my Spirit Breaks. But because of that, we have Fake Tears on our Grimmsnarl so that our Dialga and Venu and Torkoal and Lando can do exceedingly huge amounts of damage. We have Scary Face so that we can outspeed things. In the event our opponent does have like Trick Room or something, we have our Torkoal to be able to take over the game that way. I'm not sure how to feel about Eruption Torkoal when we don't have a Trick Room setter, so that is something to be like weary of. But like, I think people can anticipate us having our own Trick Room mode with Dialga. So just being able to have 4 attacks and just immediately Dynamaxing it can really pressure our opponent a lot. So I'm really interested in seeing how this team plays. We have Frenzy Plant on Venu this week instead of Leaf Storm. And then we have Earth Power, which I think is a little more common than Weather Ball. Personally, I like Earth Power and I like Weather Ball over Sludge Bomb, because then we can still hit opposing Venusaurs. So something to be aware of is that change. So I'm really interested in trying this out. So let's just jump into game number 1 today and see what we can do with it. Alright, paired up here, top 1000 opponent. And they have a really awesome team. I'm a big fan of this. They have Groudon plus Shiftry, which is really unique. They have Charizard here, of course, to abuse the sun even more. Salamence, Coco, and Hitmontop. So actually, a lot of really interesting mons. The only ones that you really see a lot of are like Charizard and Groudon, but typically anymore you see Charizard next to Zacian. So really unique team here from our opponent. And honestly, I kind of just want to do Landorus things. Landorus outpaces Charizard. We have a 4-time super effective hit on it. We are going to be slower than Shiftry, which is actually really annoying because we can't Scary Face it either. And we don't have a flying type attack on our Landorus either, which is something else to be wary of. So I'm thinking like Landorus and Grimmsnarl up front here. And Dialga, and I'm leaning Venu here, but I don't really like Venu. So I think I'm just going to bring Urshifu and punch things. When in doubt, just punch them. So they potentially have 2 Intimidators on their team. Salamence also could be Moxie and be like Life Orb, Dynamax things. I would be more inclined to believe that it is Intimidate just because Intimidate's busted. So let's see what our opponent's bringing here. It's a really cool team from our opponent. I'm a big fan. Charizard, Groudon. Love to see it. So I think our immediate play is I'm going to Max and I'm going to Rockfall into the Zard. And I'm going to Scary Face the Zard. That's really bad if they protect. So what is the play instead? I think maxing Lando is correct. If they protect Zard, what is my play? What is their counter to Max Lando here? Honestly, don't really see one from them, so if they want to go for like Swords Dance here with Groudon, I'm pretty okay with that. They're just going to withdraw, I'm gonna bring in Salamence, but that's kind of whatever. Like, I really don't care about that. Okay, Zard is faster than Lando, but that's not gonna matter because I'm scary facing it. So as long as I don't click Max Guard here, this should be a KO on the Zard, I would think. I'm sure a -1 Rockfall still KOs. I would be very surprised if that's not the case. Then they can bring back out Groudon, reset the sun. And then we have Overgrowth into that slot. Okay, no Max Guard. This should be a very KO'd Charizard then. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Well, at least they're not going to get Sun Boost on there, or Solar Power Boost. Wildfire is going to do a chunk. JK LOL. Alright, Salamence is currently the fastest thing on the field. Zard is nice and slow. So I could see them max guarding this turn. So I think the play I want to make is... This should now be rock type. And it also is going to be a special attack. So I can do this into the Mance. And I can Spirit Break into the Zard. Okay, they have Draco, but that doesn't really matter. And now this one is special. Bop. That's Assault Vest damage. That's the only thing I can think of why they would live there. But now Zard's at -1. Grim should take that. Yep, cool. So I can Scary Face into their Sala. Honestly, they could switch Salamence out. Into Groudon. Which, if that's the play, I still want to max strike this slot, I think. And we'll go for another Spirit Break into the Zard, since we know we're faster than them. And we dodge. That's really good, so we pick up the KO there. That has to be Assault Vest damage. Like, I can't imagine us doing that little to them. And now they're at -2 Charizard. So just don't crit. It's gonna be Airstream. Oh, it's just gonna be another Wildfire, actually. Alright, Grimmsnarl is dead. Long live Grimmsnarl. They're not Life Orb either, which makes me think they're probably like Wakan. So now I can bring out... I think bringing out Urshifu is fine here. They bring out Groudon. They're just going to give me top. That's fine. Sure. Intimidate away. And I kind of want to preserve Landos just so I can intimidate their Groudon again. They're not Intimidate. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely think that means I want to preserve here. And I'm just going to go for a Protect on the Urshifu. Zard should go down to Sandstorm this turn. And then if they switch to Groudon here, then they go down to Solar Power damage. Show me Fake Out into my Urshifu plus Air Slash. It's going to be Triple Axle. That's fine. It did a lot, actually. It's going to be a Blast Burn as well. I mean, that did a lot, but, like, you also lose your Charizard now. Break a potential Sash on the Hitmontop. And honestly, I'm pretty okay just letting Dialga go down. So I think the play this turn is I'm going to Wicked Blow into the... I could Close Combat into the Hitmontop. And Roar of Time into the Groudon. Sure, let's do it. If we get an attack off with Dialga, I feel pretty okay about that, but could get outsped here and get KO'd, and I'm pretty okay with that line as well. Oh no. Oh no, no. Okay, Precipice Blades connects on both. That is a double KO, and I think this game just went from very winnable to I don't know if we have a chance. Oh no. So we had to bank on Triple Axle miss. Could be Rock Slide miss as well. I'm going to bank on a miss this turn. That's literally my only out. Okay. Oh, they're Choice Band. They're locked. They're locked. Got them. Oh, man. I love this game sometimes. Oh, man. I'm ready for them to not be Choice Band and switch attacks this turn. Like, you knew I had Lando in the back. Why would you lock into Precipice Blades? I think that's a, like, major throw from our opponent. Also anticipated being able to, live the hit from... like, to be able to KO the Hitmontop with Urshifu. I expected Close Combat to do more. But, I mean... I'm assuming the Choice Band. Which would also explain why we took so much from Urshifu. Granted, like, we also are... we also were -1 at the time, so... I would love to look at our opponent's team. They are, in fact, Choice Band. They had Rock Slide and Fire Punch, and they still locked into Precipice Blades. I genuinely can't believe that. Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf Zard is a choice as well. Okay, we found their Life Orb. Without having a Fake Out on your Shifter is also very interesting. Expert Belt. No Fake Out Technician. Technician boosts exactly triple Axle. That's a choice as well. Okay. And they were, in fact, Assault Vest. Assault Vest, max special attack, Stone Edge. Seems very familiar. I don't think we're max special attack, but that is definitely very reminiscent. Top 2,000, I'll take it. Let's go. All right. Game number 2. What do we got? Torkoal Venu, Zacian, Drifblim, and Indeedee, Thundurus. So Grimmsnarl looks really appealing. Grimmsnarl Dialga looks really great up front here. I'm a pretty big fan of that. I like Landorus quite a bit, and I think I want my Venu to deal with, like, Lele and their Venu, I guess. I think this is fine. I feel alright about this. I guess I should probably lock this in. I'm over here reading Discord and... Let's see. What do we got, opponent? What are you bringing to the table here? Thundy Zacian. Alright. This is fine. How do you beat a Dialga? The correct answer is you Sacred Sword, and then I'm sad. So I think the play I'm going to make... So I'm going to Scary Face their Zacian. And go for a Max Steel Spike into it. I'm assuming they're Defiant Thundurus. Like, that would make sense next to Zacian. And, like, once we go to +1 here, I'll feel pretty okay about what we got going on. I'm assuming this is, like, Sacred Sword and or Behemoth Blade into my Dialga. I would assume it's Sacred Sword, but could also be Play Rough. Alright. Alrighty, this is suddenly a game. At least we're going to +1. That actually still did a major chunk. I am very surprised. Alright, Behemoth Blade. Into my Grim. That's a choice. I wonder if we live this. Good job, Grim. You're putting in the Lord's work over here. So now, how do I want to follow this up? Could swap to Lando. Get the Intimidate into their Zacian. Could also Fake Tears and be able to take another hit from... I think I like swapping. And I think I want to Wormwind the Thundy. This is going to make their Zacian -1. So with them at -1 and us at +1 defense, we should be able to live a hit. Okay, Zacian protects. That's completely fine. Good thing I didn't target it. They are going to Eerie Impulse me again, though. That's whatever. That does a very solid chunk. Now there's Zacian's at -2. And I can go for an Earth Power into Zacian. And Rockfall into the Thundy. This will take it. This should be a double KO this turn. Because there should be no reason they would ever go for a Eerie Impulse into my Lando. They might just swap Zacian out. But, like, what is their swap in? Zard? They brought Zard, that'd be pretty okay for them. And this should just be another Eerie Impulse into my, It's gonna be Drifblim. Okay. Do they have Zard? No. They don't have Zard. They're gonna taunt me. Oh no, I can't Swords Dance. That is a good switch on their end, though. I forgot they had Drifblim in the back. Or in general, I should say. Alright, -4 Dialga was able to pick up a KO. And we're going to reveal Earth Power, which is unfortunate. But this should be Zacian coming back in, I would think. No, it's going to be Lele coming in. Okay. This is also fine. Because now I can switch out Zacian. I mean, I can swap out Dialga for Grim. They're going to eat their Psychic Seed. Go to +1 special defense. But now I can bring out Grim. And I can go for a Stone Edge into the Drifblim. And then this will let me be able to either Fake Tears or Scary Face the Drifblim. If I Scary Face it, it'll essentially go back to neutral because it'll be at -2, but its speed is doubled. So it's not neutral, but it might as well be. And then Lele, I'm assuming a Scarf. Well, this could be like a Dazzling Gleam this turn. Which, if it's Dazzling Gleam, that's fine. They're going to set up a Tailwind. Sure. Psychic into my Lando. Okay. Ow. Their Life Orb. That did a lot. And that should be... Nice crit. That should be a KO. Cool. So this is really unfortunate because now, because Psychic Terrain is up, I'm not going to be able to basically do anything with this Grimmsnarl. So I definitely want to preserve Lando. I want to be able to preserve Lando to be able to intimidate the Zacian again. And then Grim, I guess, can go for literally whatever. This is probably a Behemoth Blade coming in, if I was to guess. So I can go into Venusaur and try to get a Sleep Powder off. And we'll go for a Spirit Break into Lele. If this is Psychic into my Lando slot again, this is going to be really bad, but I think I would rather lose Venu than Dialga here. And like a double up into this slot could be pretty telegraphed. Okay, they're going to max their Lele. This is probably a Mindstorm into my Venu slot, which if that's the case, this is probably a double KO this turn. They know they outspeed me because they have Tailwind. It's just going to be a Behemoth Blade. Show me into my Venu. That's not my Venu. Alright, Grimmsnarl down. This game might be over. It's Max Phantasm. Well, Venu lives that one. which is good. And they're going to take sandstorm damage. Venu's going to take some. But now Venu is basically KO'd. And I really wish we had Protect on, like, anything right now. The fact that we don't is really awkward. Obviously, intimidating the Zacian is good here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We'll go for the Sleep Pattern into it, just in the off chance that they don't attack it. And we can, I guess, just Earth Power the Lele, but I think this should be a double KO this turn. Because, man, the fact that we just don't have Protect on anything is really awkward. Like, there was 0 Pokemon we brought this game that had Protect. Yeah, this should be into either Mon, it should pick up the KO. Yep, Venu down. There might be a consideration to preserve the Lando, but, like, what am I doing from that point? Lando down, so I had to somehow stall out their last turn at Dynamax, while also stalling out their last turn at Tailwind. And I just don't see it. I'm going to click Blizzard and hope I somehow get a freeze. That's all I can do. I think that's literally my out, is to get a double freeze. Would Urshifu have been better this game? I don't think so. I think Urshifu still comes in and gets KO'd. I guess, I mean, that doesn't really do anything. Lele Drifblim just being able to, like, set up. The real thing is, like, the Thunderous being, they have close combat. Very interesting. The fact that they had, they weren't defiant on their Thunderous, I think, just really ended this game. Because otherwise we would have one-hit KO'd their Zacian. They would be forced to bring out Lele or Drifblim. But, like, obviously, that's, like, the whole reason they would want to have Prankster instead of Defiant, is to make you think that they're going to max in front of you, and instead just Eerie Impulse you like we did. Focus Sash Venu. Let's see, Charcoal. Nothing surprising so far. Yeah, I mean, pretty standard. There's nothing here that, like, the big thing is, like, this Thunderous being Prankster is, like, what cost us the game, but, you know, that's fine. GG's, opponent. GG's. Game 3 coming right up. Okay, what do we got for the last game of the day? Groudon, Venu, and Zard. So really hard on the Sun. Eliki, Urshifu, and Suicune to round it out. I think I like Dialga Grimmsnarl. I can Fake Tears plus like blow up whatever I anticipate them bringing. Dialga hits basically everything on their team, so I'm pretty okay with this. I think I want... Lando doesn't seem particularly good here. Like, I mean, I guess it lines up okay against, like, Zard. And I guess we can hit Venu as well. Yeah, I like Lando. I talked myself into it. And I think I want Venu just to be able to, like, deal extra damage to their Suicune and Groudon if I need to. While also being another resist for Eliki. Sure. I like it. Let's do it. Alright, opponent, what do you got for me? What do you got? Groudon Zard. I mean, I'm pretty okay with this. I can fake tier. I can Scary Face plus Rockfall the Zard. I could also fake tears plus Hailstorm the Groudon. I could also fake out the Groudon, but I think I would rather just blow it up. So yeah, we'll do that, I think. Like, sure, they can set Wildfire. I'm gonna be able to live it. I should outspeed the Groudon, I would think. I need to remember how fast this Dialga actually is. Well, whatever they're maxing, I'm faster than it, which is very surprising. Oh! I wonder if I still blow that up. I'm sure I do, right? -2 Groudon. Super effective max Hailstorm. Yeah, sure, Heat Wave me, I don't really care. Ow, that did a lot to Grimmsnarl. Bye, Groudon. Nice max. And now I can Scary Face their Zard and Rockfall it and blow it up. So that turn went pretty okay. Fake Tears Grimmsnarl is just like something I will never not love. It's so good. Urshifu. That's annoying. I could Spirit Break the Urshifu. And I think I'm fine, like, giving up my Dynamax here. I would rather preserve Dialga, I think. So switching to Lando on the Intimidate, like, to intimidate them and to... the problem is, I don't think I live a... I think this is stupid. I think I need to Scary Face and just Rockfall the Zard. I don't think I live a close combat here. Maybe. But based on how much the... Nope. Okay. I wonder if that crit mattered. The fact that I couldn't Scary Face the Urshifu is actually really annoying for us. Because I bet I lose my Grimmsnarl here as well. Oh, this isn't Sun Boosted anymore, so... I mean, I'm going to lose it to Hail. Which is unfortunate, but... okay. So that was a turn. So for as good as turn 1 was for us, turn 2 was really good for them. I can Sleep Powder the Urshifu and Stone Edge the Charizard. I think this is my best play. I wonder if they protect the Zard. We know it's Life Orb. It's also slower than us. Urshifu is the fastest thing on the field currently. I think if we hit both of our moves this turn, I think we are very much in a winning position. Because that'll put Urshifu decommissioned next turn. Okay. I don't know who that is. That's their Venu. Okay. Orlando took that. Pretty okay. Oh, no, 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 no. That's unfortunate. Because now I lose my Lando. And I don't think I have a way back in this game now. So, what could we have done differently this game? Obviously, blowing up the Groudon was the correct play. But, like, past that, what could we have done? I think blowing it up first is correct, because otherwise they just max Quake us. And then they're at +1 special defense, which is really hard for us to beat. I hope for some reason they just don't target down my Landorus. I mean, they do, obviously. But, man, I really wonder what we could have done differently. Like, turn 1 went so well for us. And, like, we just did not capitalize on it at all. Okay, so now they're at -2. They're also Life Orb. Okay. Problem is the Zard is now going to be faster than us when it comes back in. So I had to be able to beat it on the switch in. And I don't see any reason they would switch out here. So we will Sludge Bomb the Urshifu. They're at -1 special defense. If Urshifu stays asleep, first turn of sleep, this should KO them. Yep. Man. I just don't know what we could have done differently. We had to hope that they are either miss Heat Wave or miss Air Slash. I think we can win this game. Zard's at really high HP. I think our out is for them to miss, us to Sleep Powder them. Okay, nope. I think we're dead now. Yeah, that flinch did us in. I don't think we were winning that game unless they missed the Air Slash there, but even still, I don't think we could have won. Because, like, we put the Charizard to sleep. We then had to bank on them having 3 turns of sleep to be able to KO their Venusaur and then double target the Charizard to take it out. I wonder what we could have done to deal with their Urshifu. What could I have done differently to deal with Urshifu? I could have brought Torkoal instead of Landorus. And that would allow our Venusaur to outspeed their Urshifu, but they probably have Sucker Punch. So maybe that's a consideration. I think that's probably the play. I think what we also could have done was preserve our Dynamax, switch Dialga into Landorus on turn 1, which will obviously eat the Max Quake and get the Intimidate off into the Groudon. We can then... We can Scary Face the Zard on 1. That would allow us to outspeed the following turn. They switch out into Venu. So we can Weather Ball that slot on the switch in. And... I still don't see how we deal with Urshifu. I think Venusaur has to be our Urshifu answer in that game, and I think the best way to do so is to preserve it to Dynamax it. I'm really curious your all's thoughts down in the comments. I'll be very, very happy to see if someone else has a line that we could take. So that is going to be it, everyone. Pick up the code while it's available. Thank you, Alex, for giving me your rental code for the team. Team's really cool. Team is definitely a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of the Dialga we got going on here. I'm a big fan of everything we got. So I think we did the team a little bit of justice today. Torkoal stayed home majority of the day because we ran into sun mirrors, and I don't feel like we needed it there, but who knows. So that is going to be it. Like, comment, subscribe, everyone, and we'll see you later in the week with some more Littleroot laddering. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.